Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma for those of you who are new, and I would love it if you guys subscribed and stuck around. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be diving into my physical TBR. So I don't think I'm mentally prepared for this video. I feel like by the end, when we have a head count of how many books I own that I haven't read yet, it's going to be a jump scare probably, and I'm not prepared. It's probably going to be pretty alarming. Obviously, I know that most of the books I own I haven't read because I have a book shopping problem. Let me know if you guys can relate. I'm sure a lot of you can. But will seeing that number make me stop book shopping until I finish my physical TBR? Probably not. Probably never gonna happen. But that's besides the point. I really wanted to film this video. I know you guys wanted to see it, and I love watching these kind of videos. I feel like it's so fun to see how many people have a bunch of books on their bookshelves and sitting in their homes that they haven't read. I feel like we're gonna be here for a while, so I'm gonna cut this intro short, but I do feel like we need to make a coffee because sitting down and chatting about all the books that I've spent money on and I still haven't read, yeah, I think we need a coffee. So let's go to my kitchen, make a quick cup of coffee, and then we'll come back here, reconvene, and I'll show you guys like a little book tour setup of where I keep all my books, and then we'll just jump right in and I'm going to show you guys all the books that I own and haven't read yet. So let's go make a coffee really quick. Okay guys, welcome to my kitchen. I don't film in here very often, especially for book videos, but this is where we're going to be whipping up the easiest, most delicious cup of coffee ever. And I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Javi Coffee for working with me in today's video. Javi is rich in flavor, super smooth, and honestly just tastes like an expensive cup of coffee. I have a very expensive espresso machine, as you guys can see behind me, and while I do absolutely love the taste of the coffee that it brews, it's honestly just so high maintenance because you have to keep up with buying the beans for the machine, the maintenance, the cleanup, and honestly just brewing the coffee and getting it perfect just takes too long sometimes, in my opinion. So that's why I love Javi so much, because it's super duper quick and easy and so convenient, but I don't have to sacrifice the taste and the quality that I love in coffee. Javi is a cold brew concentrate that can be served up hot or cold, so you just fill your favorite glass or mug up with water or milk, add 1 to 2 teaspoons of the coffee concentrate, and then add your favorite creamer, syrup, toppings, or whatever, and then there you have it, the perfect cup of coffee in no time. Javi is also sustainably and ethically sourced, dairy-free, sugar-free, non-GMO, plant-powered, all the good things, which is amazing. You guys can check out Javi for yourself by visiting the link in my description box and using my discount code for 20% off any order. Javi is also having a deal of the day on Amazon for 24 hours only, starting on March 29th. All of their coffee concentrates will be discounted up to 41% off, which is an amazing deal, like literally such a great deal. I made a list on my Amazon storefront for you guys that I will link down below so you guys can check out Javi and stock up on some really good coffee. So yeah, definitely be sure to check out Javi, you guys. Their coffee is seriously so good, and I can't believe I made this cup of coffee in less than a minute and it tastes delicious. So be sure to check out my link and use my discount code, and be sure to check out their Amazon deal of the day for 24 hours only on March 29th. All the details will be linked down below for you guys. So yeah, thank you Javi for working with me in today's video. Also, sorry for the lighting in this video, guys. It's just gonna be like a chill, moody lighting because A, I don't have a ring light, and B, it is so gloomy outside and it's like almost 6 p.m. I'm pretty sure. So natural light is not gonna work in our favor, but I kind of like the chill lamp lighting. I keep having to move the lamp around the room, which is really funny. But anyways, now that we have a coffee, thank you Javi, we can jump into my physical TBR and I can show you all the books that I own and all the ones that I haven't read yet. I am currently in my office, well, my boyfriend and I's office. I live in a 2-bed, 2-bath with my boyfriend, and we share a room obviously, and this room is an office space. So I film all my videos in here, all of my books are in here, and we have like a desk, clothing rack back there, our wardrobes for our clothes, and our office is about to get like a little makeover because we purchased something super exciting that's coming in the mail next week. So we're gonna do a full office makeover, and makeover I mean we're gonna reorganize all the furniture, just reorganize the space. So my books are gonna be moved around, the desk is gonna be moved around, all of that stuff. So I'm filming a video on that, so that should be out in the next couple of weeks hopefully. if all goes to plan. If not, you'll just see it in a vlog. But this is like the last video. I'm pretty sure that my books will look like this. So I'm gonna give you guys a little overview of my current setup, and then we're just gonna hop around the room and I'll show you guys all of the books that I own and I haven't read. So I guess let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, so sorry you can see the lamp shade in there, but this is my main book setup right now. The lamp is normally back there. I think we're gonna get rid of this lamp and get just a smaller one when we rearrange the office. This is like my main book setup. So when I first moved in here, I just had the books on this shelf. I'd never had a bookshelf before, so I wanted one in this apartment to house my endlessly growing collection, it seems. So this is where I keep the bulk of my books. They're all pretty much in alphabetical order here, and then I have my TBR cart, which is my most recent addition to my book collection. I keep my TBR for the month up here. So this is my March TBR. I didn't film a video on that, but I will be filming a February and March wrap-up video for you guys, and then just an April TBR. And then I just have like random books down here. I don't know, it's not that organized here and like where I'll show you the rest of the books are, but because I am going to be reorganizing my books soon and reorganizing the office, it's not that big of a deal. Just TBR cart, new books, all of that sort of thing. So that's like the main area where all my books are stored. But then this is what you see when you walk in to the office. I've had this tulip chair for like 3 years now. I got it when my little sister and I moved into our first apartment in fall or summer of 2020, and I just still have it. I love sitting in it, reading in it, and my dog loves it. So that's why I feel like I can't get rid of it, because our puppy Prince loves this chair. But anyways, this is where I keep the rest of my books. So I have these floating shelves and I just keep like random books on here. There's really no rhyme or reason to any of these books, but I think it's really cute, and I don't know how practical it is, but it holds some books. I just can't put many more on there because the weight won't hold. And then I guess I've resorted to floor stacks because I have too many books on my bookshelf. I can double stack, like there's room to double stack, but I like being able to see all of my books. So I have a stack here. You can go watch my most recent book haul where I hauled all of these. But yeah, I'm hoping to get a vertical bookshelf to house like my prettier books, my series, all of that stuff. And then whenever we move, I definitely want to have like wall-to-wall vertical shelving. But for now, this works. We only live here for a few more months, so there's really no use in buying a bunch of furniture and creating a dream space right now, because I don't know where we'll be in the next few months. So this is that, but now I know you guys have been waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Drum roll, please. Let's sit down and chat about all the books that I own but haven't read. Okay, so I feel like it only makes sense to start where the majority of my books are. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on my TBR cart here and pick out the ones that I haven't read. Okay, so starting off on the top of my TBR cart, this is my March TBR. I've only read a few books from my March TBR, so please do not judge me. But I have Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. I have Forever Never by Lucy Score. I feel like she's one of my new favorite romance authors. If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nolan. I have A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas. Definitely want to pick this one up soon. My Dark Vanessa, Kate Elizabeth Russell. Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney, and Carrie Soto Is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Alright, so far we are at 7 books, so not off to a great start. Next up on the second shelf of my TBR, I just have A Court of Frost and Starlight and A Court of Silver Flames that I haven't read. This is just not looking good for me, you guys. Like, this total is going to be pretty big. I don't even know how many books I own, honestly. So I have The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, My Favorite Half Night Stand by Christina Lauren, The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, Divergent by Veronica Roth, The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, Book Lovers by Emily Henry, Love in the Time of Serial Killers by, I think, Alicia Thompson, 100 Other Girls by Aman Hariri Kia, Pretty Little Secrets by Sarah Shepard, and Ruthless by Sarah Shepard. So far with our TBR cart, we are at a total of 19 unread books. So not off to a great start, but let's move on to my big bookshelf. Okay, I don't really know a good angle for this one, so I think I'm just gonna go cubicle by cubicle and show you guys the books that I haven't read from each shelf unit. So for this section, I think it would just be easier to show you guys what books I own and haven't read, just because that angle was very awkward. So let's start. All of these books are organized by alphabetical order here on my bookshelf. So I have not read The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armis, or Anxious People by Frederick Backman, or At Least on Love by Fallon Ballard. A Season for Second Chances by Jenny Bayliss I actually started and DNF'd, so I'm not going to count this one. I have The Paris Connection by Lorraine Brown. I have read this one, Just Haven't Met You Yet by Sophie Cousins. I have not read. I have read The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, but not all of the other classic works in here, but I'm also not going to count this one. And then I have read these two Lucy Foley books. All right, next up, the second shelf, I have Emily Giffin, The Lies That Bind. I have not read this one, and then I've actually read the rest of the books except for the ones back here. I have Ellen Hildebrand. I have Golden Girl and Summer of '69. Those are back there just because I didn't want them to merge onto this 8 shelf, because this is all Colleen Hoover. So only a total of 3 on this shelf, so proud of me for that one. Okay, next up I have my Colleen Hoover dedicated shelf. I've actually read all of these except for the one on the bottom, Without Merit, so I definitely want to read that one soon. I honestly am not so much of a Colleen Hoover fan as much anymore. When I first started to get back into reading, I loved her books because they were just so easy to read and breeze through, but the more I read other romance authors and just other authors in general, I honestly have strayed away from Colleen Hoover and haven't really been interested in her work, especially after reading It Starts With Us. I feel like it was so overhyped and it just really disappointed me. So I honestly think I'm going to get rid of all of my Colleen Hoover books, but I need to read Without Merit first. So I've read all of those except for Without Merit, so just one for this shelf. So I only have a couple on this shelf as well that I haven't read. So I haven't read You or Hidden Bodies by Carolyn Kepnes, and I haven't read Local Woman Missing or In a Holidays by Christina Warren. So just 4 on this shelf, not too bad. It's a little dark in this corner, but I have not read Family of Liars by E. Lockhart, One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston, The Silent Patient, The Song of Achilles, 9 Perfect Strangers, or Outlawed or Panic. So quite a few on this shelf. Yeah, not the greatest. Next up, I love this shelf because it has all of my Taylor Jenkins Reid books. I also love this bubble candle, and my film cameras around here. So I don't know, I really like this shelf, but I have not read The Messy Lives of Book People or Lockdown on London Lane or Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid. But I've read all of my TGR books, and yeah, only 3 on this shelf here. All right, getting to the end of our bookshelves here, only 2 more shelves to go, but I've read all of my Sally Rooney books, I've read all of these books, and I've read all of the books on this shelf actually, and the one back there, because that was my favorite book from when I was younger. So this shelf is the first one that we have read all of them, so good for us. Next up, last shelf on our bookshelf, we have The Unsinkable Greta James by Jennifer E. Smith, and then I have I Am Malala back there, which I also haven't read. Today, Tonight, Tomorrow, The Ex-Hex, This Time Tomorrow, The Secret History, The Hating Game, That Summer, Love and Gelato, Crave, and A Little Life, which I'm just too scared to read. So quite a few on this bookshelf, but let's tally how many books on the entire bookshelf that we haven't read. Okay guys, I just totaled up how many books on the bookshelf that I haven't read, and our total is 34 books, which means our grand total so far to 53 books. So not doing too great, but honestly the fact that we're not at 100 yet is good to me. So let's move on to the next portion. Alrighty, Roo. Here are my floating shelves in all of their glory. Let's zoom in and let's go through all of the books on here. There's not many, but pretty sure majority, again, I still haven't read. I have read this one, all of these. I have not read Ninth House, The Maidens, The Lonely City, or any of my Book of the Month books. So I have not read Love on the Brain, One Last Gift, or One Day in December, or Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So none of those. I also haven't read any of these, so Can't Look Away, Last Night at the Telegraph Club. Oh, I have read this one, and then I haven't read It Happened One Summer or Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. So how many is that? 69 books. So let's move on to our floor stack right here. Ignore this mess, but these were all in my last book haul, so clearly I haven't read all of them, but I'm still gonna give you guys a little bit of a rundown. All right, the last stack. Let's go. I need some water. This cardigan was not a good idea with this lamp that's radiating so much heat. Stacks, you guys. So there's only 2 stacks. So rapid fire, we have Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, Elle Kennedy, The Dare, The Way We Used to Be by Amber Smith, Pretty Little Liars book by Sarah Shepard, Too Good to Be True by Carola Levering, have another Pretty Little Liars book, and yet another Pretty Little Liars book. We have Drunken Love by Jasmine Guillory and Apples Never Fall by Leanne Morardi. It was 10 books, so our total's at 79. Let's pick up this last stack and see where that gets us. Alright, last stack, you guys. We have A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. This is a collector's edition, and I do have the original version that I also haven't read, so I'm just going to count this as one book. So that one doesn't count because we already did it. I have Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid, Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, the second in the Inheritance Games, The Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, The Luckiest Girl Alive by Jessica Knoll, City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, Crooked Kingdom by Lee Bardugo, The Maze Runner, I have Payback's a Witch by Lana Harper, The Girl on the Train and City of Girls, and The Host by Stephanie Meyer. Okay, you guys, so that is all the books that I own but haven't read. The total is 90 books. So we are just shy of 100, but the fact that we didn't surpass 100, I think we're doing pretty good. I honestly don't know how many books I actually own. I don't really want to calculate it, but you guys saw how many books I own but haven't read, and it's honestly a majority of my book collection. So I definitely need to keep reading, but I also am just gonna keep buying books because I love hauling books. I love having a collection of books, and I just love having like a bunch of different books to choose from. But I feel like maybe we'll chill out on the book hauls for a little while. I mean, who am I kidding? Probably not, but don't take my word for it. But I definitely want to try and get through at least a few more books before I start buying more. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was so fun to film, and yeah, this really shows like how much I love buying books. And I feel like if I didn't have like my full-time job, and my job was to just be a content creator, which is the goal, like I literally just want to be a content creator and put out content for you guys, I would be reading a lot more because it would be for videos, obviously. But I'm still going strong with my goal of reading 100 books this year. We're not very far into that goal. I think we're just shy of 20, so still 8 more months of the year, so we've got time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like this video, comment down below, subscribe. Let me know how many books you own but haven't read yet. I just want to see like a comparison. Obviously everyone's collection sizes are different. I feel like my book collection is like pretty reasonable and sizable, but I also feel like people have like so many more books, so many little books, and I know a lot of people like love buying books like me. And just, I feel like they're different hobbies. I've mentioned this in a video before. Book shopping and reading books. 2 different hobbies, ones that I both love equally as much, but I also feel like some people buy a book, they read it, and then they buy another book, so they don't let themselves have too many unread books, which kudos to you if you're like that. I wish I was, but I just don't think I can ever be that person. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys. Be sure to check out Javi Coffee at the link in my description box, and be sure to check out their Amazon deal of the day for 24 hours only on March 29th. All the details will be linked down below in the description box for you guys. But yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. I need to get to reading for sure, but I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.